resting calm when my pain tries to hide. No one asks, no one stays. They just scroll through my better days. I scream in ways no ears can hear, cry in rooms with no one near. I laugh with friends, then fall apart. They see my face, not my heart. Can't you hear my silent screams? They echo loud in all my dreams. I'm drowning deep in my own mind, but I act like everything's fine. No blood, no bruises on the skin, but I'm breaking loud from within. I text I'm fine with shaking hands, or praying someone understands the weight I carry every night. The endless war, the quiet fight. I'm the strong one, that's what they say. The strength is slowly fading away, and every smile is just disguise to cover tears behind these eyes. Can't you hear my silent screams? They echo loud in all my dreams. I'm drowning deep in my own mind, but I act like everything's fine. No blood, no bruises on the skin, but I'm breaking loud from within. From within. If someone looked a little more close, they'd see the storm I never chose. But no one looks and no one stays. They all just leave when I break away. So I keep these silent screams inside, hide the truth with wounded pride. I fake a laugh, I play the part, while carrying pieces of my heart. You'll never know what silence means until you live with silent screams. You left your hoodie on my chair, your scent still floating in the air. No goodbye, no final flight, just silence swallowed in the night. I read the messages we never sent, all the I miss yous left unmeant. We were a story mid-paragraph, and you just turned the page too fast. Now I sleep with questions in my chest. Was I not enough, or was it just a test? We were a sentence with no full stop, a rising heart that never dropped. We were unfinished us, a song that faded not because of rust. A fire still warm in the ashes we made, but you left while I begged you to stay. Now I carry your ghost through every touch, 'cause we were more than love. We were unfinished us. Your friends still watch my stories now, like pieces of you reaching out somehow. pictures with someone new, but I wonder if she knows the truth. I still wear the ring you never gave, in dreams where you still chose to stay. You're gone, but I still feel your pulse, beating inside this empty hush. I whisper your name into my pillow. Answers hide in the midnight shadow. We were lightning with no storm, a love that left before it was born. We were unfinished us, a story that ended without a fuss. No closure, no scream, just a gentle cut. Now I bleed in silence, it hurts too much. We were promised that time couldn't trust. Now I cry for the ruins of unfinished us. Maybe someday you'll hear this song and wonder if you did me wrong. Maybe then you'll feel the ache of all the hearts you couldn't take. We were unfinished us, like a dream I still clutch in dust. You moved on like it was just a phase, but I'm stuck in our unspoken maze. No goodbyes, just ghosts and rust. That's all that's left of unfinished us. You used to look at me like I was your whole world. Now your eyes drift like strangers in a crowd. The spark we had, it's just a ghost, and I'm still trying while you've let go the most. You're here, but you're not really mine. Loving you feels like wasting time. I keep holding on, hoping to find that light in your eyes, the one that's gone blind. Fading eyes don't lie like words do. You're slipping away, though you're standing in view. You stopped seeing me long ago, but I still see you through all the cold. Your gaze used to melt me inside. Now it cuts like a blade I can't hide. Fading eyes, where did you go? You blink and I feel the distance grow. 1,000 thoughts you'll never show. You kiss me like you're kissing air, like I'm just someone, not someone you care. Your silence has a louder tone than any scream I've ever known. You look right past me every night, and I'm fading too out of your sight. Fading eyes don't lie like words do. You're slipping away, though you're standing in view. You stopped seeing me long ago, but I still see you through all the cold. Your gaze used to melt me inside. Now it cuts like a blade I can't hide. Fading eyes, where did you go? You once saw stars when you looked at me. Now there's nothing but apathy. I scream your name in my dreams at night, but you just fade into the light. Fading eyes, you're already gone, even though you're right here all along. I search for love in your stare in vain, but all I find is quiet pain. I still remember when they shined Same four walls on broken clockless. Silence hits harder than any talk. Your hoodie still hangs by the door, but your heartbeat's not here anymore. The bed still holds your shape at night, but it's colder without your light. I talk to the shadows like you're still near, but I know you'll never appear. My empty room still whispers your name. Every corner still plays a flame. But the echoes are cruel and time is mean, 'cause nothing's the same, not even the dream. You left but your ghost never moved. Now I'm haunted by what we could improve. The mirror shows my fading glow. Since you left, I've lost control. I keep the lights low, like my hope, tied to a love that couldn't cope. You packed your bags, left your scent, and took with you what love meant. I pretend you might walk back soon, but I'm just lying to my empty room. My empty room still whispers your name. Every corner still plays a flame. But the echoes are cruel and time is mean, 'cause nothing's the same, not even the dream. You left but your ghost never moved. Now I'm haunted by what we could improve. The calendar's stuck on the day you left. I replay it all, every breath. You're not coming back, I know it's true, but I still save a space like I'm waiting for you. My empty room knows all my cries. It's in the tears I try to hide. Your name still rings through these four walls. The loved one's high now only falls. You left but you echo in every tune. And I'm just breaking in my empty room. You said forever, I believed the lie. Now I sleep alone just asking why. Your words were flowers but full of thorns. You left me bleeding, tired and worn. You swore you'd never walk away, but lies were all you chose to say. Broken promises, like shattered glass, cut through the love that couldn't last. You held my hand, then let it go, left me drowning in what I'll never know. I'm picking up pieces one by one, from the wreckage of what we've begun. I still wear the smile you gave, but it hides the tears I save. You always echo loud and clear, but now I'm whispering through the fear. You built a home inside my heart, just to burn it all apart. Broken promises, like shattered glass, cut through the love that couldn't last. You held my hand, then let it go, left me drowning in what I'll never know. I'm picking up pieces one by one, from the wreckage of what we've begun. I still wear the smile you gave, but it hides the tears I save. You're always echoed loud and clear, but now I'm whispering through the fear. You built a home inside my heart, just to burn it all apart. Was I too loyal to see the cracks, too in love to take my heart back? I gave you my soul to keep. You gave me wounds that cut too see. Broken promises, nothing more, just empty echoes behind closed doors. I beg for real, you gave me faith, a love too hollow to ever take. So now I walk alone and free from all the lies you promised me. All the lies you promised me. You said forever, like it meant something true. Wrote our love in skies of blue. And now I'm staring at torn out pages. Your words fade with time like forgotten stages. You promised me skies without storms, but left me cold in broken forms. All your vows soft as lies, now they're ashes when I cry. Your love was just paper promises, folded dreams and whispered guesses. You held my hand, then let it go, left me bleeding soft and slow. Now I'm burning all your words tonight, because paper can't hold love tight. You said I was your only truth, built me hopes brick by brick with youth. And now I see you'll never stay, just built a castle bound to fade. You promised a future with no goodbye, but your silence turned those truths to lies. Now your voice feels sharp and strange, like love replaced with sudden change. Your love was just paper promises, folded dreams and whispered guesses. You held my hand, then let it go, left me bleeding soft and slow. Now I'm burning all your words tonight, because paper can't hold love tight. So here's to the letters that meant nothing, the I love yous that kept bluffing. I gave you my soul, you gave me lines, and left me lost in twisted signs. Just paper promises, broken vows and soft dismisses. I trusted ink, not knowing the cost. Now I'm left with all I lost, so I light a match and watch it burn, because love like yours will never return. See you laughing with someone new, the way you smiled when it was me and you. Do you even remember the promises made, or did they all just quietly fade? I still replay your voice each night, like a melody I'm trying to write, but your memory erases me slow, like a name the wind doesn't know. A fading name on your lips now gone. Was I just a pause before you moved on? You forget the tears, the nights, the flame, and I'm left behind with my fading name. I once lived in your every breath. Now I'm just silence after you left. Your pictures changed, I don't belong. Like I was never part of your song. I scream in the dark where no one hears. Only shadows respond to my fears. Do you forget the way I held you tight? When the world gave up, I stayed to fight. But you rewrote the end without my page. Left my love locked inside a cage. My fading name on your lips now gone. Was that just a pause before you moved on? You forget the tears, the nights, the flame, and I'm left behind with my fading name. I once lived in your every breath. Now I'm just silence after you left. You erased me slow, like I was never real. But I still bleed from what you don't feel. It hurts more than I can explain to still love someone who forgot my name. My fading name, you don't say it now. You moved on, I don't know how. But I stay with your ghost in all the shame as you forget me with my fading name, my fading name. My fading name. You surrender to me, but it's like you're miles away. I speak in whispers now, since our words never made you stay. Your eyes look through me, like I'm just a passing sound. I'm screaming in my silence, but you don't turn around. This heavy silence is louder than your lies. It wraps around me like cold gray skies. I miss the way you used to care. Now there's nothing, just empty air. We're talking without words, loving without love. Heavy silence, all I'm made of. You say I'm fine, but you're already gone. Still lying beside me like nothing's wrong. The distance grows with every breath, and now your love just feels like death. I keep hoping you'll notice the tears I hide, but silence is the answer every time I cry. This heavy silence is louder than your lies. It wraps around me like cold gray skies. I miss the way you used to care. Now there's nothing, just empty air. We're talking without words, loving without love. Heavy silence, all I'm made of. Say I'm fine, but you're already gone. Still lying beside me like nothing's wrong. The distance grows with every breath, and now your love just feels like death. I keep hoping you'll notice the tears I hide. The silence is the answer every time I cry. This heavy silence is louder than your lies. It wraps around me like cold gray skies. I miss the way you used to care. Now there's nothing, just empty air. We're talking without words, loving without love. Heavy silence, all I'm made of. I wrote 1,000 messages in my mind, but you never read between the lines. Your voice used to heal, now it's gone, just like the love that led me on. This heavy silence is all we are. I fell in love at distant start. You forgot how to feel, I forgot how to fight. Now we both just fade into the night. This love became a quiet war, and heavy silence is what we swore. without a single word, like whispers lost and never heard. No reasons carved, no final sigh, just shadows fading from my sky. Was I too much or not enough? You left me drowning in my trust. It was a silent goodbye, no tears, no why, just echoes in the night where love used to lie. I scream but I'm unheard. You vanished with no word, left me haunted by your silent goodbye. Our memories play like broken film, each frame a wound I can't heal still. I held your hand when you felt lost, but loving me came with a cost. You closed the door, no final scene, like love was just a passing dream. It was a silent goodbye, no truth, no why, just echoes in the night where love used to lie. I scream but I'm unheard. You vanished with no word, left me haunted by your silent goodbye. I'll miss me in your quiet nights, or am I just another not quite right? I gave you every heartbeat whole, now I live with half a soul. It was a silent goodbye, no truth, no why, just echoes in the night where love used to lie. I scream but I'm unheard. You vanished with no word, left me haunted by your silent goodbye. Do you miss me in your quiet nights, or am I just another not quite right? I gave you every heartbeat whole, now I live with half a soul. It was a silent goodbye, no reason why, your silence louder than any goodbye. And though I try to heal, this pain still feels so real, because you left me with a silent goodbye. No tears, no screams, no slamming doors, just silence echoing across the floor. You walked away like it meant nothing at all. Stood frozen, watching my world fall. No closure, no fight, not even a why, just footsteps fading in a heavy sigh. I whispered your name, but you didn't turn. Now all I hold is the way it burned. It was a cold goodbye, no warmth, no cry, just empty air and a hollow sky. You left like we were never a thing. No last kiss, not even a sting. I begged with my silence, but you walked right by, leaving me with that cold, cold goodbye. Your scent still lingers in these sheets. Love packed up and left with your beat. I memorized the curve of your back as you left without looking back. You didn't even break me loud, you broke me quiet like a passing cloud. I needed a reason, you gave me none. Just a shadow fading with the sun. It was a cold goodbye, no warmth to cry, just empty air and a hollow sky. You left like we were never a thing. No last kiss, not even a sting. I begged with my silence, but you walked right by, leaving me with that cold, cold goodbye. Your scent still lingers in these sheets, but love packed up and left with your beat. I memorized the curve of your back as you left without looking back. You didn't even break me loud, you broke me quiet like a passing cloud. I needed a reason, you gave me none. Just a shadow fading with the sun. It was a cold goodbye, no warmth, no cry, just empty air and a hollow sky. You left like we were never a thing. No last kiss, not even a sting. I begged with my silence, but you walked right by, leaving me with that cold, cold goodbye. I check my phone, it never lights. No texts, no calls, just lonely nights. How do I heal from love that ghosted, from a heart that never even exploded? If you ever love me, I'll never know why, 'cause you left me with a cold, cold goodbye. I stayed when the silence got too loud, held on when you pushed me through the crowd. I was your calm in every storm, but you left like I was never warm. I gave you love that broke my soul, built you up when I wasn't whole. But every time I reached for you, you just watched me fall right through. I begged the stars to make you stay, lost myself trying to find your way, but your heart was never mine to save. When my love wasn't enough and you chose to give up, I broke in places you never looked. You held my heart but never understood. You walked away like I was there, like my love was never really there. And it kills me to know that my love wasn't enough. You smiled while I was losing sleep, loved you more than I could keep. I gave the kind you never earned, and you just watched it burn. I was the fire, you were the rain, still I danced through all the pain. And even when I had nothing left, I gave you every breath. I tried to be the one you need, but you just let my heart bleed. I was all in, you were already leaving. When my love wasn't enough and you chose to give up, I broke in places you never loved. You held my heart but never understood. You walked away like I was there, like my love was never really there. And it kills me to know that my love wasn't enough. I could have been you when you need, but you just let my heart bleed. I was all in, you were already leaving. When my love wasn't enough and you chose to give up, I shattered what you never saw, loved you raw with every thought. You closed the door without a sound, left me lost, not to be found. And it still hurts to know that my love wasn't enough. I could have been here forever, but you wanted something much. You left like it meant nothing at all. Well, I'm still learning how to fall. You let go, I still hold on to a heart that's already gone. And now I know my love wasn't enough. 1,000 things to say, but silence always got in the way. You looked so happy, I held it in. Didn't wanna break your peace again. I smiled through tears you never knew. Each word I swallowed was meant for you. I wanted to scream how much I cared, but I just nodded and stood there scared. You never heard the I misused, the please don't leaves that I need yous. Now you're gone and it's too late. My love turned into silent weight. These are the things I never said, the love I buried, the tears I shed. I stayed quiet while my heart bled. You moved on and I stayed dead. I wish I told you, I wish you knew. Every I'm fine was far from true. You'll never hear what broke my head. These are the things I never said. I wrote you letters I never sent. I replayed nights that never went. You laughed, I died a little inside, but you saw the mask, not what I hide. I watched you love like we were a lie, as I bit my tongue and wondered why. If pain was words, I'd have screamed loud, but I kept my sorrow behind the crowd. You never knew how much it hurt, pretending I was fine, covered in dirt. I waited for you to read my mind, but silence isn't something you find. These are the things I never said, the cries I hid, the nights I bled. All my truth left unsaid. You're at peace, I break instead. I should have begged, I should have stayed, but fear made all my colors fade. You'll never know the love I fed. These are the things I never said. I whisper to shadows, not you. The ghost of us still feels true. If I could rewind just one breath, I'd scream the love I choked to death. These are the things I never said, the dreams I watched fall cold and dead. Now they rest inside my chest, with all the words I lay to rest. If silence could talk, it'd sound like me, loving you silently. I whisper to shadows, not you. The ghost of us still feels true. If I could rewind just one breath, I'd scream the love I choked to death. If silence could talk, it'd sound like me, loving you silently. She holds the hand I used to hold, sleeps in the arms that once felt like home. She hears the words you swore were mine. Now I'm just a name lost in time. You gave her the smile that healed me once. Now it cuts deeper every time I glance. She got the laugh, she got your name, and I'm left picking up the blame. She got the version of you I prayed for. While I watched you walk out my door, I stayed you straight. Now I'm the price that love has paid. She got you, and I got the pain. You moved on, but I remain. She's the chapter you rewrite. I'm the ghost you left behind at night. She got your love, I got the rain. You forgot me like I was nothing again. She got you, and I got the pain. She wears the ring I once dreamed of, while I sit with memories I can't get rid of. She posts your smiles, your weekend trips. I still taste your name on my lips. You said I was too much to feel. Now you're out there playing real. She got the peace I fought to make. All I got was a heart that breaks. She lives in the future. loved her easy, left me stained. She gets your soft and your forevers. I get cold nights and never enders. She got your arms, I got the rain. You forgot me like I was nothing again. She got you, and I got the pain. Does she know you once called me your home? Does she feel the love I made on my own? She's not the villain, but I'm not fine. You left me, but you took my light. She got you, and I got the pain. The tears that fall in your name. She holds your heart, I hold the scars. You forgot me beneath the stars. She got your love, and I got the pain. I tried to speak, but your name burns my tongue. Like every memory we ever sung. I whisper soft, but it turns to cry as your ghost still lives behind my eyes. Every letter feels like glass, cutting through a love that couldn't last. You're gone, but everywhere I go, your shadow's louder than I'll ever show. They ask me who I'm missing still, but I just blink and let tears spill. 'Cause saying your name feels like dying again. My voice dies in your name, caught in the silence, wrapped in shame. Every syllable is a wound that bleeds. You're the ache my soul still needs. I can't say you can't relive the sound, 'cause the echoes always pull me down. So I stay quiet where your name screams loudest. I write your name, but erase it fast, pretending I left it in the past. But even the wind feels like you, cold, familiar, cutting through. I smile like I'm okay again, while drowning in your name's remains. Your goodbye wasn't a word, it was a scar, and I'm still bleeding where you are. I try to talk, but it won't come out. Your name just curls into a shout. I'd scream it if it didn't hurt this much, but your name, it shatters too tough. My voice dies in your name, caught in the silence, wrapped in shame. Every syllable is a wound that bleeds. You're the ache my soul still needs. I can't say you can't relive the sound, 'cause the echoes always pull me down. So I stay quiet where your name screams loudest. Your name still sleeps in my throat. It chokes me every time I hope. I hate that I still care, but I do. My voice dies in your name, caught it deep inside my flame. If silence could scream, it would sound like me, loving you silently. So I won't speak, I'll just let it rain, 'cause my voice dies in your name. You held my hand, but not my hurt. You saw my smile, not my words. You called me strong, I wore the name, but you never asked what kept me sane. I gave you love in quiet ways. You missed my heart most of those days. You looked but never really saw the silent bruises behind it all. I thought you didn't look, in pages of me you never took. I was screaming behind closed doors while you searched for lessons out for more. I was begging without a sound, losing myself, you weren't around.
I wore your love like second skin, but I was fading deep within. You saw the surface, missed the war, kept walking while I hit the floor. You praised the way I kept it cool, but never saw you played the fool. You loved the pieces that look nice, missed the pain I paid in price. I faded right before your eyes, but you were too loud to hear my cries. I held the weight with silent grace, but every smile was out of place.
I broke where you didn't look, in chapters of me you never took. I held on while I came undone. You blinked and I was gone. I was crying with empty breath, dying slow, a quiet death.
I broke where you didn't look, and I'm still breaking now. You loved the version I faked so well, but I was drowning in my own hell. And when I left without goodbye, you still never asked why.
I broke where you didn't look, right in the corner you never took. My silence was screaming your name, but love like yours always plays that game. I broke where you didn't look, now look, and I'm no longer there. I gave you all of me, piece by piece, hoping you'd see the love begging for peace. But the more I gave, the more I lost. Loving you came with a deadly cost. I dressed in smiles to hide my grief. You took my soul like a fallen leaf. You lived while I slowly died, buried in a love where only I tried.
Your love was a fire and I stood too close, burning alive for a heart that froze. And no one heard me scream that night as you walked away like I'd be alright. Loving you was my funeral, flowers wilted, heart turned mineral. I wore white lies and bled in black. You left and I never came back. A grave in my chest, called by your name. Loving you was the end of my flame. You kept living, I kept fading slow. This love wrote my tombstone.
You smiled with her while I mourned in bed. I was alive but already dead. You replaced me before I could speak, and I broke more with every week.
They call it heartbreak, I call it war. You killed the girl you once adored. Now I'm just echoes, walking alone, a soul you claimed and overthrown. Your love was a storm and I stood in rain, soaking in silence, drowning in pain. And no one noticed the way I fell, smiling outside in a private hell. Loving you was my funeral, burying pieces, feeling null. I prayed you'd care, you let me rot. I gave you heaven, you forgot. A grave in my chest, called by your name. Loving you was the end of my flame. You kept loving, I kept dying slow. This love wrote my tombstone. You don't even know I'm gone, still breathing,
everything's wrong. I loved you louder than life itself, but now I'm just a ghost on a dusty shelf.
Loving you was my funeral, burying pieces, feeling null. If they ask why I faded away, tell them I love too much to stay. A grave in my chest, carved by your name. Loving you burned out my flame. You're still alive, but I'm not the same.
I smiled so no one would see the war that kept burning inside of me. I laughed in rooms where I couldn't breathe, spoke to the world, but never to me. I held in screams behind tired eyes, counted the nights with quiet cries. They asked, are you okay? I lied, because no one listens to what you hide. I'm buried in my silence, too deep to pull me out, suffocating softly in a world that's loud. No one heard the thunder in my chest, just kept saying you'll be fine, just rest. I'm screaming where no echo can reach, my pain too private, too raw to preach. Buried in my silence, where help never came. They praised my strength, never saw the weight. Every smile I wore was tied to fate. I begged inside with broken sound, but silence was safer than being shut down. I became the girl who's always okay, while dying slowly day by day. No hand reached for my invisible rope, so I hung my hope and let go of hope. I'm buried in my silence where no one's ever been, trapped in a body that screams within. Tears never fell, but I drowned each night, too scared to ask, too tired to fight. I'm living in shadows, dressed in grace, but I'm a graveyard behind this face. Buried in my silence, where even I don't knock.
Maybe someone will hear this song and feel like they've belonged all along.
Maybe my silence will finally be seen in someone else's quiet scream. Buried in my silence, where help never came, where I whispered please, but never said my name. Buried in my silence, still hoping someone stays. I cried in pieces you'll never see. You healed in someone who wasn't me. You tore me down, then built a life with someone new, like I was never your wife. Was I that easy to erase? All our memories just misplaced. You're glowing now, I'm still in pain. You've moved on, I remain. He smiles like I never existed, like my love was never gifted. Every kiss I gave forgotten air, every scar I hold you're unaware. He laughs in photos I'll never be in,
while I drown in what could have been. He smiles like I never existed, but I'm haunted like he always did. I gave you nights I never gave myself, put my dreams on your empty shelf. I held you through your darkest times. You left me in silence without signs. Did you forget my trembling hands? The letters I wrote you, you'll never understand. Now your world shines full of grace, and I'm still crying in the same place. He smiles like I never existed, like I was someone easily resisted. You shine in love, I sit in rain. You got peace, I got the pain. You moved on like we were nothing real. I'm still trying to forget how you made me feel. He smiles like I never existed, but I'm haunted like he always did. But I'm haunted like he always did. Your smile is louder than my screams. You're waking up in all our dreams, but I'm the ghost in your yesterday, still begging you, please look my way. He smiles like I never existed, while my heart stays bruised and twisted. You made a life, forgot our song, but I've been breaking all along. He smiles like I never existed, but I remember everything. Oh, within. You remembered my birthday, but not how I cried. You held my hand, but let go inside. You showed up in photos, but not in the fight. You were next to me, but never felt right. You said all the words, but none hit the heart. Built me a home, then tore it apart. I kept the faith, you lost the spark. I begged for the sun, you left me in dark. You forgot to love me while I was still here. I screamed in silence, but you didn't hear. I watered this garden alone in the rain. You watched me break again and again. You forgot to love me, not only once but slow. And now you're a stranger I barely know. Ooh. You stopped asking if I'm okay, stop showing up in the smallest way. You were present but never stayed. You moved on while I remained. You looked through me like I was glass. I kept loving you, praying it would pass. But love isn't love when it leaves you cold, and forever means nothing if it's not true. You forgot to love me while I was still here. I screamed in silence, but you didn't hear. I watered this garden alone in the rain. You watched me break again and again. You forgot to love me, not all at once but slow. And now you're a stranger I barely know. You forgot to love me while I still bled. Ignored the war going on in my head. I gave you my all and still lost the fight. You slept through my tears every single night. You forgot to love me when I needed it most. Now your absence lingers.
like a ghost. I stayed when you stopped staying. I cared when you stopped caring. I loved even when you forgot what love was. You forgot to love me, not in one moment, but every day slowly. Now I'm learning to love myself piece by piece, from the ruins you left when you forgot to love me. I watched the typing gods praying they'd stay, but silence answered everything I needed to say. Messages blue, but the heart turned gray. You disappeared like love does, in a quiet way. Every "are you okay" stayed unsent. I wrote a novel in my head, just never pressed send. But you read my soul like a book, closed the last page, and never looked. Left unread, left behind, like I never crossed your mind. You moved on while I stayed still, held my breath and broke my will. You never replied, but the message was clear. I'm not the one you wanted near. Now I scroll through what we used to be, replaying memories that won't set me free. You post smiles while I count tears, still waiting for closure that never appears. You ghosted my heart, not just my phone, turned love into something I face alone. Each silence louder than a scream, killing the hope, killing the dream. Left unread, left behind, a message seen but love declined. I gave you my soul in every text, but you chose to love what's next. You never replied, but the silence said enough. I was too soft, and you were too tough. Maybe you didn't owe me words, but I deserve something after all the hurt. A goodbye, a reason, a final line, not just three dots that died with time. Left unread, left behind,